Thank you. Thank you very much, Delia, and thanks very much for the invitation to speak to you today. Today I'm going to share with you the ACS Omega story, so I'm happy I got the word story in following the opening talk this morning. My name is Dinesh Soares. I am an associate publisher at ACS, at the American Chemical Society, and I've been working on ACS Omega and have editorial oversight of this journal since its early days, I would say. So to begin with, I'd just like to share an outline of my talk today. I'm going to have a slide or two on the American Chemical Society and ACS publications, and then I'll delve into some more relevant data on ACS Omega specifically, first sharing its scope, mission, and editorial board, and then its key performing metrics. And finally, I'll conclude by sharing some tips and lessons learned along the way, which I hope you'll find useful. So the American Chemical Society was founded in 1876 and is chartered by the US Congress. We are one of the world's largest scientific organizations with over 173,000 members in 140 countries. Our mission is to advance the broader chemistry enterprise and its practitioners for the benefit of Earth and its people. And our vision is to improve people's lives through the transforming power of chemistry. Now, ACS Publications is the publishing division of the American Chemical Society, and we are a not-for-profit academic publisher of scientific journals covering various fields of chemistry and other scientific areas. Our first journal was launched in 1879, and that was JACS, or the Journal of the American Chemical Society. And over the next 144 years, we now have 81 peer-reviewed journals, including 15 which are fully open access. So in terms of ACS Omega, ACS Omega launched in 2016 as ACS's first gold open access journal, and its scope and mission was for the publication of scientific articles that describe high-quality new findings in chemistry and interfacing areas of science, but importantly, without any perceived evaluation of immediate impact. You heard from Richard earlier about scientific reports, very much in the same breadth, I would say, but focused mainly on the chemical sciences. Currently, we are indexed in all key scholarly databases. Our current impact factor is 4.13, and our site score is 5.2. Our APC at the moment is $1,685, and we provide discounts and waivers to authors residing in over 82 countries. I'm just showcasing our editorial board here because one of the key differences between ACS as a publisher and some of the other publishing houses is that our editorial boards are made up of eminent scientists who actually make the decisions on the manuscripts themselves. So they hold the editorial bar of the journal. So that is an important point here. And we have 2 editors-in-chief or co-editors and 4 senior editors. We have 11 associate editors and 2 topic editors. So these 19 editors are responsible for our decision making, and they're incredibly diverse in terms of their topical expertise and geographical distribution. We're very pleased that we have increased our representation of women researchers on our editorial board, and currently we have 8 women editors and 11 men. Just as, almost as important, I would say, is our editorial advisory board. So these are, again, eminent scientists around the world. We have currently 97 members, and based in 33 countries, and we are almost coming up to gender balance here as well. So this has been a very important point for ACS Omega in getting these researchers on board and sharing the mission and scope of ACS Omega globally. These EAB members do not make decisions, but they handle the peer review process and serve as adjudicating reviewers on many manuscripts. So now moving into the key metrics and journal performance from 2016, when the journal launched, to end of last year. Here we see that ACS Omega has shown continuous growth in submissions year over year, and rather robust, I might add. And its published output has also increased around 120% since 2018 to 2022. So we've seen good growth in published output as well. And likewise, our journal impact factor has also seen an upward trajectory. And remember, this is an impact-neutral journal. The bar is still the same but interestingly, the impact factor has continued to rise. I should point out that we do not publish many reviews. Our percentage fraction of reviews is only 1.6% or so for the impact factor you see here. In terms of our global authorship trends, in 2022, China was the country which published the most with 34, but also had significant contributions from India and the United States. And Europe as a region, of course, as well, is quite strong at 14%. I just wanted to mention one thing because also Richard mentioned China's growth or interest in impact factor. Following the release of our impact factor in 2019, you can see the change and the surge in both submissions, but this is the published output from China as a country as well. So that was one of the key areas which saw an increase in published submissions to our journal as well. Here again, a very positive story in terms of readership, one of the key influence metrics that we measure. We've seen record growth year on year, and in 2022, we had over 9 million downloads. And finally, the spread of our readership is really broad. And you can see almost very balanced readership from Europe, China, and the United States, with notable readership in India, the Middle East, Japan, and South Korea as well. So some of the tips and lessons learned along the way in terms of ACS Omega's success, I would say that there were three main areas. The first was ensuring a fair APC pricing, a fair and inclusive APC pricing, I would say, in the market. Then the establishment of the journal metrics, including the impact factor, but some of the others as well. And providing a top-class author experience that we have maintained over time. Just delving into some more detail around each of these points, the goal in terms of the APC pricing from the very outset, we wanted to welcome authors from all over the world. So we were very conscious of that, and we recognized that the APC had to meet the needs of the price point in those global communities. And we still, to this date, work with those who find publishing with a particular APC prohibitive. So from the very start, we also ensured the provision of country discounts and waivers. And we were obviously conscious that and had the understanding that lots of great science is undertaken in these countries that are classified as low, middle income economies. Another key factor was obviously the establishment of the journal metrics. And again here, one of the key priorities from the very beginning was to establish a robust manuscript transfer pipeline. So we had it in full swing around 2018, so around 2 years. And bear in mind, there are lots of discussions that need to take place among the editors who are the research active scientists in terms of agreeing to what constitutes a valid transfer, et cetera. So that was established and is one of the key factors for growth in submissions at ACS Omega. Also, as mentioned, our diverse pool of global research active editors and reviewers have really served us well over the years, and we aim to continue to reach out more globally going forward as well. Consistent manuscript commissioning efforts globally by editorial staff. Right from the very start, we were highly engaged in commissioning manuscripts from high-profile authors and authors who had published previously in ACS journals. I should mention here that our growth we've seen robust growth, but we've not to date published a single special issue, which is interesting. And in terms of our marketing support, we've had stellar marketing support to promote the journal and leverage the ACS Publications brand of being most trusted, most cited, and most read. Finally, we were very cognizant right from the get-go that not all research fields are cited equally in multidisciplinary journals, so we've ensured that the pipelines of manuscript transfers from those more highly cited areas are always active and flowing well, and while also our editors being conscious and welcoming of all fields in terms of maintaining the impact-neutral bar at the journal. The final point is, of course, top-class author experience, and we aim to provide fast manuscript processing times. Our average or median processing time from submission to acceptance is around 9.5 weeks at this point. And we have a whole lot of support staff internally as well, but also our editors are very conscious of providing top-class author service in terms of rapid response to author queries. The rigorous peer review bar, there's no two ways about it. It has to be maintained, like in any other ACS journals, and providing detailed editorial feedback in decision letters, including those that are rejected. And finally, all of this has ensured that the sound and consistent editorial decision-making has ensured the quality of the content that's being published in Omega has been sound. Just in closing, I'd like to just acknowledge the management of ACS and staff as well, who've worked as part of Team Omega right from its early days. If it wasn't for their full support, it's very easy to show these slides of strategies and plans, but the execution is the key, and it's come with a lot of hard work and not without some challenges as well. So I'd like to acknowledge and thank them as well, and I'll be happy to take any questions. Thank you.